Tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts.
And that's facts though, I talk factos. Ask J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We plant star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a real floater, I do what I wanna. Stack in the winter, sunbathe in the summer. My chakras align and I shock them like Blanco. Only Pope we acknowledge a nigga is Pablo.
At these events, I'm a god to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Game in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt, make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, that's not a placebo.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts.
Started in Richmond, art of my district. Heart of the mystics, started for biscuits. Father the isfits, martyr the misfits. God is my witness, God on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we art of the riches. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for check, I'm playing it smart.
We are here at 321 West Broad Street. This is the Black Iris Social Club. What do you do at social clubs? You network, you engage, you connect with people with like minds.
If Nipsey was alive to teach y'all about Dr. Sebi, why he was alive, why we was going, what would we be if Dr. Sebi was alive? If you want to assess your worth, all you gotta do is remove yourself from the equation. That's a great way to measure yourself worth. Just be like, what would this shit be 6 months?
Facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts.
Started in Richmond, art of my district. Heart of the mystics, started for biscuits. Father the isfits, martyr the misfits. God is my witness, God on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we art of the riches. Give me the blues, my...
Ooh. Lego.
I can safely say the September 5th event is one of the largest, if not the very largest, solar energetic particle S&P storms that we have ever seen so far since solar orbiter launched in 2020.
There has been such a dynamic change in the sunspots. There is going to be very dynamic change in the sunspots in the coming 6 years. So whenever such changes happen in the sun or in the pattern of the way the sun functions, always it has been found phenomenal changes happen in human consciousness.
Captured in Pakistan this week shows flooding so severe the only way out for some is by air. Others have turned to more creative solutions like this rescue operation using a bed frame tied to a zip line. Earlier this summer, Yellowstone National Park was ravaged by floodwater. In Europe, the continent has experienced record-breaking heat, killing thousands. In China, the world's third longest river is drying up, revealing ancient statues. That's in addition to wildfires, which in California are now burning year-round.
God did. Yes, indeed, family. Peace and love, peace and love. That was just some quick updates. That last commercial that you saw, my friends, that right there is the monumental lecture that we got coming up with my good brother Al-Cubalon 44. He will be here later on tonight, my friends. He has an upcoming class with us on September the 15th, which is a Thursday. That brother is coming back to talk his shit. You dig? We did a trilogy already. That means we did 3 shows, which are bona fide classics. We did 3 classes, which are classics, where the brother laid down some motherfucking prophecy. This was before the summer started. So he's going to come back and he's going to talk his shit, because it's time that we give our prophets to walk amongst us. They not even they flowers. You know what I'm talking about? Sock it to their pocket and give them what they need. Give them their motherfucking resources, because when flowers die, they smell like poo poo. We don't need flowers. Flowers are for the dead. Give us some plants or some trees and whatnot, but we don't need flowers. But anyway, you know, over here at KTL, you know, the master students become master teachers. So we are getting this brother right. And like I said, he'll be here a little later to talk his talk and whatnot. But for now, we got some legends in the building and whatnot. We're going to bring them on stage. But before I do that, it's only right that I do the roll call so we know who's in the building and whatnot. Shout out to everybody that's here that have pulled up. I see my guy Jefferson in the building and whatnot. What was the name of the song? Oh, yeah, that's the Facts Anthem. That's the Facts Anthem. You know what I'm saying? Source Guard on the hook. Survey opens it up. Blue Pill, he takes it, and then your brother Red Pill closes it out. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about that verse a little bit later. I don't want to start no controversy, but you know. Yeah, that intro is fire. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? We back on our editing bag. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you all the visuals along with the information, because you know that helps you retain it a little bit better when we make it entertaining, so you could dance and learn at the same time. You could twerk and learn, you know what I'm talking about, simultaneously. You know, touchdown. But who's in the building? Oh, we got Houston in the building. Shout out to Houston. I was just out there. Beautiful Houston. All right, Cleveland. I was in the 3rd Ward. Shout out to the 3rd Ward. Shout out to the 5th Ward. Pop Darby, Talik with Soul Vegan Restaurant. All of the legends that are out there. Salute to you. Cali, I see you. What up, Cali? It's early in Cali, right? Shit. Kind of late where we at. We pulling a late night out here. Phoenix in the building. All right. We gotta let that shit breathe. Let that shit breathe. Denver in the building. Shout out to Denver. Rome in the building. Portland in the building. Remind me to close out with the Facts Initiative. I'll close it out and we'll let that shit breathe. How about that? NC in the building. You know what I'm talking about? NC in the building. Was that the song I was talking about the other night? Yes. And somebody tried to say some slick shit about my verse. And I was in war mode. I was like, nigga, what? It was like, your verse is light. I was like, nah, you know what I'm talking about? You drinking, you know, I think you on Bud Light. If you saying something like that, you might be smoking that, you know what I'm saying? That hookah too strong. That shit was riding, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what set of ears you listening to. You might have some fucking mosquitoes in your ear. That shit was riding. How about that? North Carolina. If there's anybody in here from North Carolina and you own an event space, you was down with Neo Davis and them niggas and you got yourself an event space, hit us up, because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for somebody, any promoters in North Carolina that have 200 to 300 seating event space. You feel me? We don't need the event space for the baby showers. We're a little bigger than that. You know what I'm talking about? We need some room and whatnot for vendors. We need a stage so we could, you know, have some performers, you know what I mean? Because when the Facts pulls up, we're going to entertain you and we're going to educate you. We're not just going to, you know, we're not just one trick ponies anymore. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to bring the whole thing to the table, but we need room for vendors. We need moving around room. We need a stage. So we're looking for 200 to 300 people. If you know anybody, you know, point them our direction, and don't be slick and try to put some extra tax on it so you can pay your fucking Sprint bill. Like, just let's be honorable, okay? Let's be honorable, you know. Let's be honorable. We're gonna take care of each other up in this thing. The Bud Light, yeah, that good Bud Light, you know what I'm saying? The Bud Light bars, you know what I mean? Rochester. So We over the 100 mark. Is beautiful. We got the family in the building from all over. Salute to everybody, whatever region y'all representing, wherever you tapping in from, whatever grid you are on, you know, do your best to charge it up. You feel me? I will leave you with that. Do whatever, wherever you at, you there for a reason. Do everything in your manpower or your woman power to charge that grid up. Go visit your mounds. Go tap into the soil and whatnot. Go dig up the bones of the ancestors that are buried out there that might not really that might be forgotten and whatnot. That's why you got so many haunted fucking projects and killing fields and whatnot. You have these patches in the hood where niggas it's almost like a death trap. Have you ever thought about the possibility that it's buried on top of a graveyard, or it's buried on top of, or there's a mass grave underneath some of these quote unquote buildings? You know, there were atrocities that were committed, like Rosewood type atrocities. You know, the same way that we've recently discovered that there's more than 10 plus melanated towns underneath water. These lakes that these Europeans be out here trying to, champion, like these are great lakes and whatnot. No, these are man-made lakes that were basically purposely used to drown out black cities. And their cadavers, their bodies, their spirits underneath these lakes. Like Lake Lanier, like that's why they say that shit is Camp Crystal Lake. Motherfuckers be getting pulled from up under that bitch because they committed atrocities against our people. Lake Lanier is a no-go. If I see any of you niggas in Lake Lanier, I'm gonna tip your boat over. You should know better. How about that? Yeah, bodies under highways. People wonder why there's certain segments of highways where crashes happen at a higher pace. People wonder why there's certain segments of the highway that are basically cursed. You always see balloons over there, teddy bears and whatnot. These highways also were ancient indigenous Indian trails, like I-75, I-95, the shit that cuts through many different states and whatnot. They built these highways through black cities and whatnot. They built these highways through melanated black towns and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? There's buildings that they built, monuments, municipal buildings, and the cornerstone of those buildings have skeletons in it. Who the fuck do you think those skeletons are? It's not a European. Yeah. So that's the study of geomancy and geodetics and whatnot, and we'll get to that one day. You feel me? We'll get to that. But yeah, the interstates. Shout out to all of my truck drivers and whatnot. I don't know if y'all are aware of the history of some of these routes that y'all be on, but those are really ancient trails. Those are ancient. We were traders. We had routes, like the drug dealers and the Mexicans got routes. My nigga, we had routes. That's why when you see the Mexicans digging holes and tunnels and whatnot, and people be like, oh, how did they do that? Nigga, because they still tapped into some indigenous parts of themselves. We've been doing that. And to be honest with you, those tunnels, those are those cities that are buried and whatnot. We're standing on elevated ground. They stacked a lot of cement on top of ancient towns and villages and cities, y'all. Believe you me. But that's for another show. That's for another show. We will definitely talk about that one day. We're going to bring in some experts to really get into that shit, because I promise you, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to be uncovered. But I ain't going to hold you. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not going to hold you. We're going to bring our first guest that's in the building up on the stage so we could chop it out. We could chop it up about, like I said, announcements and updates. There's a lot of things going on this strong end, starting from 9/9 and moving on and whatnot. There's a lot of things going on. So I never want to leave anybody in the what do they call that? I don't want to leave y'all in the unknown. You know what I mean? I don't want to leave y'all out there trying to figure out what to do and where to go and where it's popping at and whatnot. So without any further ado, I'm going to open up the line to my good brother, you know what I'm saying? The brother that you heard on the hook for the Facts Initiative, the saucy one, Memphis' very own, my brother, your brother, the good brother, Sauce God in the building.
It is I. Yeah, man. We in the
What it
field. That's
do?
raining outside, man.
We outside. What it do, man? What's cracking,
Everything.
lagging? How you? Bing.
Everything is everything, bro. I'm in great appreciation for what's going on right here, right now in this season with the Facts Initiative, with everything that you all are doing in the community, and for us to be able to, you know, form Voltron in these moments, man. It's very inspirational. You know, it got me in my emotional body. You feel me?
Right.
Because like, bro, back home it's really going down. You feel me? Like these folks it was just a shooter on the loose, an active shooter. I'm talking about
I
running into
seen him. And
yeah,
the brother was 19 years old. He's a
yeah,
youngin'.
bro.
And
And
he was on live. He was basically reenacting what the Buffalo shooter did.
exactly. You feel me? And then at this same time, what's going on? Somebody just jumped off the bridge and they thought it was him, but that's a whole nother
That's a whole nother case, right?
You feel me? And then I look on the news and I seen 2 babies just got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wild and it's all happening right here in this moment. As the season's changing to get hot outside, you know what go on. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
man. And
the,
I wanna say for brothers such as yourself, I was just in Texas. I was in Houston. And when you go to places that, I go to the hood wherever I go, you know what I mean? So my first stop was the 5th and the 3rd Ward. And we talked that talk, you know what I mean? We was talking that talk the whole weekend about certain things because, it's kind of smoky out there as well. A young brother from Chicago got smoked for his jewelry at a Boozy Badass concert. Brother from Chicago that was very, very much loved. I think his name was Duke the Jeweler. Rising power to him. Rising power to Pat Stay. You know what I mean? Man, they killed one of my favorite battle rappers over the weekend and shit. Stabbed him up in Canada. Pat Stay was a problem, man. That was my guy right there. Very funny dude. One of those. He's a white boy. He was a Nordic, and his witty sense of humor was his superpower in the battle rap. He was bodying niggas with humor, but he had bars too. They finally took the brother in custody. Oh, okay. Well, I don't wish death on no melanated 19-year-old. It looked like he might have been on them beans and whatnot. A lot of us don't get to see the active shooters on drugs when geeking and whatnot, but that's a real motherfucking thing. It's really real. You don't want to be in the path of a geek monster or one of these zombies when they on them Xannies and whatnot and they out thrill killing.
The pill phenomenon is real back home. You know what I'm saying? And then fake pills and they snorting, they doing all kind of. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's the toxoplasma, like what Dr. B was talking about. It's in the food.
The
Like
parasites.
even though we had like almost 300 murders, which equates to a killing a day, damn near. You feel me? At the same time, we had 3,000 people die of diabetes, though. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just like it's in the food. It starts within the environments and the epigenetics that we're placed in that activate certain cells within us or allow those cells to remain dormant. You feel me? And
Yeah, man, them pork worms is real active these days, man. A lot of places where barbecue is real big, niggas is
come on,
dropping
bro.
like flies.
We pride ourselves on that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
I already know.
Like come
Look,
kill yourself. You feel me?
I heard about the turkey leg, man, in Houston. Everywhere that I went, they had me ready to get. I was ready to go get a leg or two. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, I'm missing out on some turkey.
The enchantment is real, bro.
Oh,
Because
it is really real.
Gado's master magician, so we can turn nothing into something. You feel me? They gave us the slops, we made soul food, and not everybody want it, even though it's harmful. So it's like because we have that ability to create in that capacity, bro. People even want to mimic what we do in our lower selves. That's why the music right now. Just think about where the Memphis music scene is and what's being perpetuated, you know what I'm saying, and what's being emitted and what that frequency is for the mass majority of the people that are here. And bro, we all grew up on.
You talking greasy about Glorilla? You can't do that around me, my brother. Don't do that.
Nah, we ain't talking
Oh,
greasy.
nigga free.
Cause we gonna champion the ability to be able to, you know what I'm saying, rise from your predicament and make something better of your life. And we gonna honor that, but at the same time, we have to be real with ourselves and fact, and you know what I'm saying, look at the facts of the matter and what's actually going on. You know what I'm saying? And how we, because this is the thing, bro, and this is what happened with me in my journey. Because
Right.
I'm one of the pillars in our community. A lot of the
Right.
people that's doing their thing right now, from the money bag yos, and all these people grew up on my music. The Key Glocks, all these
Right.
people grew up on my music, bro. And
Right.
it was a
And
certain
before you
frequency.
continue, that's why I had one. I'm glad that you brought that up because I did want to give you your props because I did my homework on you, my brother. You feel me? With my mid fights, you know what I mean? You know, I had to go do my homework, and you know, you from the mud for real, bro. And I'm not just talking about from the corners and whatnot. Like you had a stamp in your city for the music. You know, about a decade ago, like you was really one of them ones on that frequency. You feel me? The frequency that's running Memphis right now. So I definitely want to say that I'm honored that you were exposed to the light. You feel me? I just want to say the fact that you took your talents and your skills, and coming from somebody who, you know, I left the hood and got ridiculed. You know, I stepped out on the streets and whatnot. Because when I went through my transformation, I did it in the streets, right? And I couldn't do it off camera or in the crib and whatnot. I was outside in Harlem on 125th Street, and niggas from Brooklyn was clowning me, like, damn, son, like you niggas is standing behind tables, like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you niggas is eating vegetables, like, what the fuck? You niggas is on some black power shit. You not wearing polo no more, nigga. What the fuck? There was all kind of rumors on me, bro, going around Brooklyn. This was like early 2000s. They was killing me. They was killing my name. And these same people, years later, they was pulling up asking, yo, can I get a discount on some of these shirts? Can you talk to Sarnetta for me? Can you introduce me to Sarnetta? You know, shit like that. So it's like, we had to go through what we had to go through, and people who come into this now, they don't know how easy they have it because of the sacrifices that were made. They don't even factor that in. The fact that we made it cool for you niggas to be Hotep niggas. We made it cool for niggas to be in a lifestyle bag, like living this lifestyle and running around and making millions of dollars off of Sabi's name and shit like that. Like, you know, we made a lot of things very acceptable by going against the grain. So the fact that you switched it up, Sauce, and you came over to the right side, you know what I'm talking about? And I know the pressure that your city just has, just being your city. It ain't like you from some lame ass city. Like your city, it's a lot of pressure to be on that frequency and to be about that life and to walk that way. So I know that you gave up a lot. You sacrificed a lot. So I just want to give you your salute in front of everybody, not just behind the scenes. I want to say it in front of the people that, you know, you are a humongous asset to this culture. And, you know, we're going to do some very big things, bro. You know what I mean? We just getting started. So the fact that you on the tour with us and you heating that stage up, you bringing your presence, you bringing your energy, you feel me? You carrying your whole city on your back. That's important, bro. That's monumental, and we honored to have you. And you know, we gonna continue to cook, bro.
Yes, sir.
God did.
God did. Yeah.
God did. Sauce did.
Yeah, bro. And you killed that verse too. I don't know what they talking about. They played.
Man, you know, I think I think I was being trolled. You know what I'm saying? I think I was being trolled when that happened. But you know, it's all good. You know what I mean? It that's what sometimes I need those batteries. And this comes from somebody who be giving me batteries. So, you know, I was like, wait, what? Stop a lot. I thought you know what I'm saying? But
I gotta commend the drip on that one. You know what I'm saying? You found your swag on that one.
yeah, I found that pocket on that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely did. But I don't want to hold on. Let's take a poll and settle it. Yeah, we finna do that before this shit is all over with. I don't want to take up too much time because we got another guest in the building. We got another legend in the building. We got another stepper. I'm a big stepper. We got a big floater. We got a big floater in the building. I do what I wanna. You know what I'm saying? Let me open up the line, for our good brother, you know what I'm saying? And bring him on the stage and introduce him to the KTLians and whatnot. In case they haven't met this brother, they might have heard his voice on Clubhouse, probably never seen him in the physical. So without any further ado, I'm gonna open up the line for our good brother, your good brother, Sir Bay in the building, hand claps. Whee! I don't got my sound effects right now, so we gotta do this shit, man. Yeah, we analog, my niggas. If a bomb go off, we gotta make that boom. There you go. Well, yeah, take your shit off of mute. You got it on mute, bro.
My bad. Look. Peace to the gods.
Peace to the gods. All right. Peace to the God. What's good with you, my brother?
Oh man, we just wrapped up this amazing clubhouse with Sister Sophia Stewart. Man, the electricity is still crackling.
Shout out to Mama Sophia. All right. Shout out to Mama Sophia Stewart. If anybody is unaware, our good brother Source Guard has a clubhouse that he does on Wednesdays. So if y'all have the opportunity, I need y'all to go sign up to that. Get down with the brother. He has in his archive some legendary shows. He just had Mama Sophia Stewart. He's had a whole bunch of people. That show that Blue Pill did in February, the Divine Mathematics. That's a classic.
Fuego.
That's fuego. Yeah.
I just heard what you were saying, man. Like I said, props, bro, because it ain't easy, leaving that, you know what I'm saying, lifestyle, and all of us, shout out to all of us, man. Shout out to everybody, first off, who don't look like what they've been through, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to everybody who was able to become their own alchemist and transmute the energies and the circumstances thrown at us.
If I look like what I've been through, you niggas would be like, yo, Elder, permission to speak?
Real talk, bro. I'm saying we aging like fine wine, man. It's divine. I'm great.
My nigga, I would look like, bruh.
Looking like gray hair, like I'm talking about stressed out, like hunched over back, like scarred.
Oh, man, I'll be looking bad in these streets, my nigga. I promise you. I'll be looking like what when Martin did the security guard. What was his name?
Hey, yo, I tell you, bro, shout out to everybody who don't look like what they've been through. We just had a fire episode on Clubhouse. We don't really do Clubhouse. Well, I don't do Clubhouse like I used to, but tonight was special. I said, man, if I'm going to come back to Clubhouse, I got to do it in the right spot. So we ended up in the sauce spot. You know what I'm saying? The Matrix Dropout. United We Stand Part 1. United We Stand Part 2 was coming out. And, man, we had a great night. Sophia dropped them bombs. We talked about the Facts Initiative. And now we here tonight, man. ATL next. ATL, we in your city. Where the floaters at?
So real quick, I'm gonna throw this flyer up here. We're gonna let the fam know. We're gonna let the platform know what we have planned this strong in, how they could play a part in things of that nature and whatnot. So on 9/11, right? Well, let me not jump ahead of myself. On 9/9. Right? Or let me not jump ahead of myself with that either. Oh, let me not jump ahead of myself with that.
What got announcements on announcements, man?
Give me 1 minute. Let me see something.
No, we got a lot going on. Why he getting it together?
God did.
Yeah. God did. At the Royal Chamber. And look, we're shooting footage for the Facts Anthem, anthem, which is the song, the soundtrack to the initiative. We're on tour as we speak. We're taking an interim stop in Atlanta, in the good old state of Georgia. Georgia. You know what I'm saying? One of my homes. Atlanta's one of my homes, man. I'm so happy to be back. And we're going to be at Tassili's event. You know what I'm saying? The whole strong end out there at the Tassili's vegan restaurant. Then we're going to be at Stone Mountain Sunday. We're shooting video footage, behind the scenes footage, and documentary footage. A lot going on. Talk to him.
Whole lot going on. I'm still pulling it up. How about that?
Well, I'm gonna hold you.
What I'm pulling up, y'all, is the flyer for Mama Tassili's event that she's having now. Let me share something with y'all, right? Because people, you know, sometimes we just don't know. You know what I mean? You can't accuse anybody of knowing when they don't know. But this shit right here, right? This event right here that Tassili is doing, I'm here to let you know because you probably don't know. But the Wizards of Raw, right? This shit is so lit. And I said this the other day. When I went to Atlanta in 2020, I had my daughter with me. And I had got booked by Mama Tassili to be a presenter. I'm living in Connecticut at that time. It's a whole lockdown. You know, remember the whole world was on lockdown. And when I saw what the fuck was going on in Atlanta at that event, it was really that event that did it for me. You know how they had in Harlem Nights where the nigga made the phone call and was like, I ain't coming home.
Right, that part.
Like, I had to make that phone call like, babe, I ain't coming back to Connecticut. You gotta give me a minute. You know what I'm saying? This shit is hit. You know, it's active out here. We gonna get us a house. Give me a few, you know what I mean? Like, just wait for the goddamn real estate agent to call you because I'm going house hunting. And it was so beautiful. The energy was so refreshing. That's the good term to say because remember, we didn't have human contact. So, and that's one of the main reasons why this strong end is so important. We've been on these phones too long. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Sophia Stewart just came off of the show and whatnot and telling y'all the dangers of the motherfucking matrix and whatnot. Like we've been in this virtual world, you know, playing with each other, you know, and tapping in with each other far too long. It's time for us to balance that out and link up in the real world because that's what really matters. I tell somebody, you don't know a nigga until you met him in real life. Stop with that internet shit about, oh, that's my man and that's my homie. You don't like go and have a brunch with a nigga or something. You know what I mean? Like go and walk the block with him.
I tell them straight like this: you don't know somebody until you get into a real situation, until you get into a pressure situation, until you know something is on the line, or like your life is on the line, or it's a life or death situation, or you investing in something. You don't know nobody till you see them under pressure.
You don't, because people play a real good game and whatnot. You have no idea who you dealing with. Feel me?
That's why
you
I
have no idea
who
you dealing with until you deal with them. You feel me? So, one of the great things about coming outside and meeting people that you've seen on the internet, you know, is that you know, this is something that doesn't happen all the time, and there's benefits in that. I could speak for myself personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm who I am on camera. I'm the same person when you meet me and whatnot. So back to what I was saying about Mama Tassili's event, which was called the Wizards of Raw. This is a 3-day event, right? It started out as a 1-day event before, but now it's become so big that it's a 3-day event. And in this 3-day event, right, you have people from all around Atlanta, right? But then there's people from all around the world, right? That's dealing with these quote unquote with the health and wellness lifestyle, right? The health and wellness lifestyle is basically $1 trillion lifestyle, right? It's $1 trillion industry. Give me 1 minute, I'm pulling the flyer up. It's $1 trillion industry that brothers like Dr. Sebi, you know, Dick Gregory, Dr. Africa, the legends amongst us, some pioneers. Don't let these Europeans these people that are trying to usurp our culture, don't let them fool you, because I remember, I go back into those days. There wasn't no health like that. They fucking lying if they said that they were. You know what I mean? They got into that shit when it became lucrative. But our elders, our master teachers and whatnot, they introduced this lifestyle to us, and this lifestyle have saved, and it has, because you know when people be like, I'm not your savior, I didn't come here to save nobody, and no, I get it. You're your own savior because you're responsible ultimately for your optimum health. But fuck that. These master teachers and whatnot, the ones who are dealing with lifestyle, they could go down as saviors, bro, because they played a big part. I've seen my mother take people off of hospice, off of deathbeds, right? Just by consulting them and talking to them and helping them see the God within them and giving them that spark, that divine spark. So the name of this upcoming theme for the Natural Mystic Fair, pardon me, Sauce, I didn't mean to cover you up like that, but the theme is, what is your love language? So I'm going to speak about the Facts Initiative on Saturday. That's when I get to speak. I'll be speaking on the 10th. It starts on the 9th. We will have all of the Cosmic Drippington in the building. I will be debuting the March 125th. We'll talk about that in a minute. But my love language is facts, right? And people are like, how is facts the love language? I'm going to show you real quick. Brothers, if you were to tell every woman that you know, bae, right, I could take you to eat every day of your life, would she fall in love with you?
Yes.
If you were to hook up, if you would go in the kitchen and whip it up and cook your woman a meal, breakfast in bed, dinner in bed, would she fall deeper in love with you?
Yes.
Food is a love language. Okay? Food is a love language, right? Food is a love language. Your heart, your brain is in your stomach. Okay? It's a comfort, what they call comfort foods and stuff like that. The women know what I'm talking about. You ever seen a baby feeding and nurturing off the breast, off the nipple? You ever seen a baby bust down that bottle and whatnot? Food is a love language. Art, right? If I take you to the museum and show you works of art that you probably never been exposed to, chances are you will be awashed with dopamines that would come from your brain and whatnot. You would begin to emit serotonin and dopamines and things of that nature because there's a love principle to art. People go to Kemet to fawn over stones, right? And that's some of the highest expressions of art that belong to high civilization and whatnot. Those megalithic structures that you see in South America, Central America, in Kemet, in the Sudan and whatnot, that's art. That's the highest forms of art. Okay? So art is love.
Facts.
Clothing, right? Clothing, right? I know women and men who consider themselves clothes whores, and they love clothes. Clothes is a love language. If you would ever get super duper dip and step into a function and shut it down, that's a love language. There's something about the fact that you brought those clothes to life, right? Technology. You ever lost your phone?
Ha.
You ever been without your iPhone, my nigga? You ever dropped it somewhere? Yeah, we have an attachment to technology, and we some of us are dependent on it. However, some of us have a relationship with our technological devices. Shout out to the ladies with that rose and whatnot. Holla. Yeah, that part. Technology it's not our enemy. Technology is not out here drilling teenagers and shooting babies. Technology is not, robbing old women at night. Technology is not raping and sex trafficking people. Technology wasn't in the video with Ari Spears and fucking Tiffany Haddish doing pedo things. Yeah, you can't blame technology for that. You feel me? Technology in the hand or the eye of the beholder is what the fuck you make it. So we're gonna get off of that stupid shit that just comes from people who can't goddamn program a VCR. They be talking stupidness. But we know the technology is gonna get us out of the situation that we in. You know what I mean? I know a nigga making $350,000 who did 20 years in the can, my nigga. You try to run up on him and tell him about technology, he'll take your fucking top off. You know what I mean? Because technology done changed his whole life. And then, of course, shelter, right? My love language with shelter is the fact that if I was to be sleeping, because I'm in Atlanta, it rains every night out here. If I was to be sleeping in a fucking tent in my backyard with no roof, you know what I mean? I wouldn't wake up and be grateful for the roof that's over my head. And I wouldn't, when I say my prayers to my ancestors on the altar and whatnot, it wouldn't be from a place of love. It would be from a place of why me? Why are y'all not working for me? Why am I cold outside? Why am I not protected? So shelter is a language of love that we all benefit from. Stop playing with me. So that's what I'm coming with this weekend. And this facts thing is something that we standing on. And this is something that we're gonna push until we achieve our goals. We're not taking no for an answer. We come into a city near you. We got many cities that have been reaching out. Shout out to DC. Shout out to the Carolinas. Shout out to Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Newark, New Jersey. Shout out to Philadelphia. Shout out to Boston. All of these places is on the list. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to Chicago. You feel me? So we have our plate full. We are going to have a conversation in a minute about what the facts ultimately is, so people could become more acquainted with it. But yeah, that's what this weekend is going to start out with, right? At Mama Tassili's spot. That's the beginning of the strong end. We don't say weekend anymore. We say strong end. Blue Pillar, Pope Pablo is going to be doing a sermon. He's the keynote speaker on Sunday, right? So then after that, right, later on that night, we have the grand opening of me and Blue Pillar and my brother Malik's social lounge called the Royal Chamber. It's not a dance club. You know what I mean? People you could dance though. Come in and dance. Come and do your two-step and your TikTok videos and all of that fly shit. But this is a lounge, right? This is a lounge. This is some grown man shit. We have food up in here. We have CBD hookahs up in here. This bitch is 420 friendly. It's non-alcoholic. I don't want to see my sisters nor my brothers going out bad. There's nothing worse than a sloppy drunk. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all gonna have to deal with that shit on your own time. I don't even want to see it. You know what I mean? We have infused drinks though. You could get right off of some red wine. You could get right off of some vegan wine. You could get right off of some infused drinks. You could get right. Believe you me, there's a drink called a red pill and a blue pill. And that shit had me on my back. You know what I'm talking about? I'm also going to have these in the building. We're going to be debuting our CBD line. Yes, it has finally happened. Your man is a drug dealer officially. I got a CBD line. You know what I'm talking about? And we have Delta 44 and Delta 88. Damn, I wish I had my sound effects right now. I'll be going crazy. Premium CBD. Shout out to Smoke and Grow Rich. Shout out to my brothers in North Carolina and whatnot. We are officially in the game right now. We are in the horticulture. This is an aspect of what I talk about with facts. The F in facts is for food, but food is also horticulture, it's agriculture / horticulture. So any type of crops that yield any type of any cash crops that we can grow, that's what we encourage in. So hemp is a humongous cash crop, and so is marijuana, or what they call cannabis. That is a cash crop that has been legalized in multiple states. Don't call the boys on me, people out there. You know what I'm talking about? Don't turn into the neighborhood fucking watch right now, because this shit is legal. I mean, I got permission from your boss, Joe Biden, to sell this shit. You know what I mean? And sell it we will. I got a drink with my face on it. Now I got weed. Now I got some THC. No, I got CBD right now. THC is on the way. We're gonna have vape pens. We're gonna have gummies. We're going to have flour, okay? And we'll also have some oil for you. So that's part of the enterprise that we're moving with. Shout out to, like I said, once I picked up this, once I was like, I'm serious about this facts thing. You have no idea how much stuff, how many things started to, you know, just come into fall in my lap damn near. You feel me? So, you know, I'm glad that I listened to the ancestors and made my next move, my best move, because it's definitely showing that that's what, you know, I'm supposed to do this. After we do our grand opening, Saturday, back to Mama Tassili's. Like I said, Blue Pill will have his products. I will be debuting the Mark 125th. And I've shown y'all before, the Mark 125th is an assortment of different brands, right? Not just Kings County.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire. What's that say? Garvey? That's at Garvey?
Yeah, that's a Barbie. Yeah. Barker's Barbie. You know, not just my brand. I'm carrying multiple brands, right? This is a super mall. The Mark 125th is fashioned after the Mark that was in Harlem, that me, Brother Sinetta, Blue Pillar, our good brother Sutek, and many other people. This is where we, you know, over a decade, more than a decade, we stood out there in the streets and whatnot, and we did what we made history. That's the best way that I could just say it. We made history, and we made our ancestors proud, and we stood on our square, and we changed the world by pushing consciousness like these niggas is pushing Pete. You feel me? We did that along with other brothers and sisters from different places around the world, Detroit, Philadelphia, you know, Bobby Hemmett coming from the South, coming from Atlanta, you know, Texas with Ajra Kwesi. There's so many people that done so many things, but I'm paying homage to the Mark, which was a black mall that was specifically for black designers. That's where Dapper Dan even cut his teeth and whatnot. So now we online. We went from brick and mortar to click and order. But I have plans on opening up a store inside of the new Black Wall Street out here in Atlanta. So we'll have a brick and mortar so y'all can pull up whenever y'all come into town. You're going to have somewhere to go to get some made in Harlem pieces, get some drip, because a lot of y'all be doing this conscious thing, but your drip ain't right. You know what I'm talking about? You know, I can't talk slick to nobody on this show, right, on this panel right here, because y'all drip be together. You know what I'm talking about? Look at my yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you know, like McDonald's said they want to serve 1 billion. We want to get all of y'all drip together, man. So, you know, this is a lifestyle at this point. This is a lifestyle. This is about, you know, we got black people making diapers, formula, you feel me? You name it, toothbrushes, batteries. Like, this is the conscious industry. It has definitely come to fruition. We here now. So everything that our main objective is to have everything from our socks to the bucket on top of our head to be made by somebody that we break bread with, or we have equity in their companies. I have no desire whatsoever to represent any brands that don't serve me any good. Look at what they're doing. Look at what Adidas is doing to Yeezy right now.
Facts.
Look at what they're doing to a billionaire. Imagine what they would do to us. They didn't believe in us.
God did. But that's the whole point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we talk about it all the time, especially on Clubhouse, and like what you was just saying with Sauce, these young guys, these young C's, these star C's coming outside of their house, if they saw more doctors, more scientists, more dentists, more scholars, more teachers, more artists, more creatives, that's what they're going to aspire to be, you know?
Talk your shit. Give me 2 minutes. I gotta go get my my hemp laid with my face on it. I gotta show the family.
And bring the drinks too. You got the drinks too.
That's what I'm going to get.
Hey, Red lit. Nah, but you know, if these young star seeds had more impressionable images, you know what I'm saying? And it's not easy. Like you said, Sauce, I love what you posted on IG the other day. It was like, yo, I was able to connect with the street cats, the geeks, the tech kids, the cool kids. You know what I'm saying? That takes a special type of skill set, you know, because that's my background, bro. So I salute you on that. Speak to the people on that, how like you can, how you know, you got to be mutable and open your awareness and consciousness to be able to deal with different demographics and different type of background. You know what I'm saying?
Knowledge of self is key, you know. And I've always had some sense of knowledge of self, as we all do, and then we just build upon that awareness as our experiences teach us, right? So now I'm at the awareness that I am a reflector. That's my human design. So I know that I become my surroundings. Any surroundings that I'm in, I become that. So I'm literally just a vessel that gets poured into when I walk into certain environments. So I become that environment. So that was literally how I've been able to become so mutable, to be relatable to people, because I reflect themselves back to them. And growing up, I'm a Pisces, so you know, Pisces are mutable by nature, you know, and me growing up and being able to listen, you know, and become one with how someone was feeling through empathy. You know what I'm saying? Through,
Right.
you know, to put myself in the same shoes as that person, to look at it from their perspective outside of what I had already been given, to allow myself to grow. That's what even allowed me to be right here, right now, to take accountability, because I was able to listen to people outside of myself, and people love to be heard.
Yeah.
People love when you empower them for the things that they're doing and they're just being it. You know what I'm saying? Things that you realize about people that you never say to somebody. You never know what that does to somebody when you acknowledge that to that person. You feel it gives them a sense of belonging and allows that person to be vulnerable around you. And then through your morals and integrity, you keep those things with you. You keep those things held secret, whatever they speak to you in private, and you move militantly. That's what being in the streets taught me. You feel what I'm saying? You move militantly, and you don't do anything if your intuition tell you otherwise. You feel me? That's like if we've been conditioned to be in gangs, right or wrong, because it's my friend. You know what I'm saying? It's my family, so I'm a lit. When we listen to our intuition and we allow that to guide us, and we become the generator, operators, and destroyers of our own reality, that's what allows us the connectivity with others, because they see that, and it allows them to be in their God self.
That's right. That's right.
Look. Shout out to Headway.
Hip hop rap tea and cherry and lime. That is fire, bro. Red ain't playing no games with these niggas.
Nah, Red, you ain't playing no games. Listen.
No, yo, this all happened when I started talking that fact shit, bro. I promise you.
Nah, that's how it happened, bro.
My battery was on E. My gas tank was on E, and I started talking that shit, and the ancestors start throwing all kind of shit.
And I guarantee you, your trip to LA served instrumental to what you're doing right here, right now. When you could look,
look.
Woo! That's bro, that's what I'm saying.
Yo, that is I don't even know if we can call it drip anymore. We have to call it spit.
Hold on. I got pieces.
Come on.
Nah,
like,
these is like abjuration spells.
I got the drip, bro. Hold on.
Talk that talk, Sauce.
We got the book bag. Go with the bucket. Hold on. We got the book bag with the matching bucket.
Come on with the Biggie
and
bucket.
I have all flavors of the book bag with the matching bucket. This is real leather too, by the way, family. This ain't that fucking polyurethane, my niggas. This is cow. This shit smell like a dead cow. That part, yeah. Vegan leather. How about that? It was a vegan cow. He was on grass and fucking. He was eating fonio seeds, nigga, and asparagus. That part. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, Red, I want to
lifestyle,
brother, because when I was first introduced to this conscious community, there weren't a lot of people moving the way that you and your brother move. You know, it wasn't a lot of people respecting the culture the way that you give honor, respect, and reverence to the people who came before y'all while y'all still pioneering and doing y'all thing to this day. And what plagued me, you know, when I quote unquote woke up or whatever the case may be, was the fact that we were pointing the finger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, man, if we're this powerful, if we're these melanated beings that have these superpowers, why are we still sitting on our ass complaining? But then,
right.
When
yeah, there's phases to consciousness, Source.
Yeah, when I look at y'all, right? You know what I'm saying? Like with the hats and the shirts and the whole Facts Initiative and things of that nation, it's mobilizing and creating the stories of today. Like when we was in VA, like I literally felt like I was in a Black Panther meeting. And then it's like, bro, I'm saying I'm wearing the garb fit. I'm like, bro, we putting together the biggest conglomerate, the biggest organized organization since the UNIA. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even been seen since. You feel what I'm saying? Like people have been talking about it, and now it's like, nah, we walking like we stepping. And it ain't just it ain't stepping like, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, it's our own drip, it's our own way of, you know what I'm saying, giving it to them.
Walk.
Walls right now. You feel me?
Right. Look, I had this dream, and I even wrote it. I wrote A.A. Rashid when he was down back in the days. You know what I mean? I wrote him a letter and whatnot. And in that letter, he showed me the letter the other day when I went to New York. I wrote this shit in like 2002 or 3. And in the letter, I was like, I was detailing everything that we live in right now. I promise you, I didn't make that up. He has the proof of it. We're gonna make the letter NFT. So, you know,
wow.
One of the caveats, you know, to be in this space right now is the fact that I'm able to see a lot of things, a lot of seeds that were planted, because people don't be there when the seed planting time.
Right.
Like there's a lot of people that be like, yo, Red, I just got on to you in 2008. I'm like, damn, I'm sorry to hear that. Cause you wasn't there in the beginning. Like it's like walking in a movie 2.5 hours in. You didn't get to see the beginning of this bitch. You're not gonna appreciate the full movie if you didn't see the beginning of the movie, because the shit is broken down in acts, right? So in the movie, you don't even know the character if you wasn't there in the beginning of the movie where they do the character development.
Right.
So if it's like if you didn't know who I was before I got into this space, then how the hell do you even appreciate? You can't fully appreciate who I've become because you only met me in the place where I'm at now. You didn't even see the beginning of the movie, right? And I don't hold that against anybody. That rests on me. That's where my quote unquote how that's where the question is asked: how important is it to you to tell your story to the people who are tapped into you, right? That's where the documentaries come in. That's where books come in. That's where you gotta be responsible for telling your story, because you can never assume that people know how far you have come on your journey.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
But I definitely want to say that when I got in this thing, it wasn't where it is now as well. You know what I mean? I wasn't seeing people. I remember seeing one of my master teachers pull up to a venue, and he was dressed like a regular citizen. And he had his little shit in a fucking jacket bag. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Then he went into the back, and then he became a hotepper. You feel me? And then he started teaching the people, but it's like he didn't leave with that shit on.
Right.
He looked like a fucking soccer dad when he was leaving the venue. I'm like, was this a money grab? Like, nigga's looking like a soccer dad. Like he went jogging, he went off jogging into the sunset. I'm like, keep the drip on, my nigga. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
Like,
A proper persona.
I'm like, you not going home to a fucking TP, nigga? You not going home to a hut, nigga? Like, I'm thinking that this is what they do all day.
Yo.
Come to find out, this shit is Mr. Rogers to some of these people.
That's a fact. That's a
But
fact.
I was like, I told myself, I was like, fuck that. Whatever outfit I wake up in, whatever outfit I'm not changing up, nigga. I'm not Clark Kent and Superman. I'm wearing my cape all day. So I started rocking whatever the fuck I wanted to rock, and I stepped into that persona, and I didn't make it an outfit. I didn't make it an avatar. I didn't make it my alter ego. I made it who the fuck I was every single day to this day. Like and I became free like that. There was a level of freedom in that. That person who I was talking about, I don't think that at that point, you know, they might have still been a little bit in the matrix. You feel me? And they wasn't totally unplugged.
Right. And there is a level of unplugging and getting to that zero space to where you can become trinary and quantum, but you have to unplug though. Like motherfuckers still be on both sides of the fence and they haven't truly cleansed the detox from the things that's not allowing their fullest potential to show.
That's a super fact. That is a super fact.
Straddling the fence. And you know, society has allowed us to do that for so long that people have got comfortable there. But like Future say, bitch, don't get too comfortable. There's one thing about when I start to get comfortable, I start to get uncomfortable. Like, yo, I'm too comfortable. That makes me uncomfortable getting too comfortable. You see what I'm saying? So now we're in a situation where the rug has been swept from underneath people's feet, you know. And like I was saying about earlier about these youngins because look, people learn. The brother in the chat was like, I don't see how like seeing visual representations of positivity is an excuse. I'm not saying that's the main reason. Like if somebody sees somebody positive, they're gonna turn positive. No, a lot of people don't even know options exist. A lot of these youth, they don't even know the options exist because they don't see it. Think about the dude from your hood that never left his hood. All he know is the hood. That's all he know.
It's
like when you take him out the hood, he a fish out of water. All his eyes is big. Everything is like a new world to him. You see what I'm saying?
You see that all day with these rappers and their entourages. These niggas be knuckle draggers and the entourage who didn't never leave the state, right? Who I'm gonna die for my block, right? They didn't necessarily leave the trenches or the killing fields. So theoretically, they are the trenches and the killing fields, right? So even if you take them with you to LA, or if you bring them on a road with you, you really bringing the trenches and the killing fields with you. They have not detox. They still carry the spirit or the egregor of these places that allegedly you were getting this money so you could get the fuck away from. But you still bringing the quote unquote isfits. You still bringing the personifications in human flesh. You didn't cut them off. You didn't have the fucking testicular fortitude to be like, you know what, my niggas? Not only am I leaving the block behind, but I'm leaving you niggas behind too, because you are the block. And I'm not taking the block everywhere with me because the block is gonna block you.
That part.
The block is gonna block you.
Red, it was 2016. The year was 2016. We had our annual Memphis Hip Hop Awards, big award show in the city.
Right.
I'm talking about the nominees for Artist of the Year: Moneybagg Yo, Black Youngster. Just to give you an idea, and I beat all of.
How far back that went?
Out for Artist of the Year. But at that time, I was still empty. I was still unfulfilled. There was still a lot of things that was around me that was causing stagnation and my true growth, right? So I had to make the conscious decision to take that leap of faith, right? To go somewhere I've never gone before with no family. You know what I'm saying? And start over from the jump. Like I release it all. I release it all, and that's the scariest ever, bro.
That's what I say. You don't know. You truly will never know who you are until you get out of your element. Is all I'm saying. You're not gonna know what you made of. You're not gonna know where you at in life. You're not gonna know where you're at mentally. You're not even gonna know you're in a box until you step outside of the box to be like, damn, I was in a box. So you're not gonna
box the whole time.
Step up out of your element. You got it, young guy.
Right.
Yeah, but then it's like when we get praised for that, that dopamine effect allows us to stay in our toxicity, right?
Well,
because we rewarded for it. Even when you look at a lot of the artists, let me say this: when we look at a lot of the artists that we love, right, and that we champion to a certain point, that they never grow out of that expression of themselves,
right?
Because doing it over and over and over again because you praise it,
right? Because remember, there's a reward. You took the word right out of my mouth. That
bars,
the reward system that they set up, either in the culture or in the hood, but the hood is the culture because it's hood culture, right? So in the industry, in the hood, because it's inescapable, it's one and the same and whatnot. If, let's say, like y'all were just bringing up a certain type of rapper who haven't changed up their ways and they kind of stuck in their persona. The reason why is because they have no other persona to step into, because that persona has become so egotistical because people have rewarded that persona for being that persona. So now that persona only identifies with that version of itself, right? It can never be like, nah, I'm going to grow into a spiritual being. I'm going to evolve. I'm going to take the baggy clothes off and start wearing some tight shit, right? So now you see niggas that's looking like dinosaurs in the hood that are stuck in that old character from the 80s who was an old crack dealer, or I was holding the block down and giving you all these fucking war stories.
In 96, I was the man.
Oh, man. Man,
like
you should have seen me in an Acura Legend pulling up on shorties at the bus stop, sucking on lollipops. Like, man, you have to evolve with the times. The only thing that's constant is change.
That part.
Right?
Looking like a Grand Theft Auto character, bro. And like you said, it's the thing to realize that the visualization taps into your imagination. And that's what they try to clip from school. They try to clip your imagination. Our imagination. Look, first off, we're computers. The human body, the human brain, the human vessel is a computer. We can program ourselves. We can program our reality. And part of that programming includes visualization, because you have visual learners. It requires auditory, because people learn by hearing. Some people got to hear shit to learn. Some people got to touch it. They're not going to learn until they touch it. So it just depends. So to encompass it, we said we got to do the FACTS initiative so we can take education and entertainment, merge it together, and now you have edutainment. The same way they're programming our people through edutainment, and they flip the switch to have us doing shit in our lower self. We're going to flip the switch. We're going to reverse the curse. We're going to put the medicine in the candy, and we're going to do the same thing before benevolent reasons, for righteous reasons, right? So that's how we plan it. That's what you're witnessing. And we're taking this show on the road. We on the third stop. We started in Richmond, Virginia, and then we went to we went to Maryland through the district. So you know that's the VDM, as brother Pope Pablo say. It's really the VDM, not the DMV, but the DMV, the VDM. And now we're going to Atlanta for the intermission. Red just broke that down. And after that, we need y'all to tap in with us. You can DM me on Instagram at Survey, or email me or whatever. Let me know what city you want us to come to. Let me know what the popping venues are in the art district. Art district is a nice centralized area we can all meet and converge. It gotta hold at least 150 people, and we can talk some business, man. We coming to your city, we pulling up. We want the best artists, the activists, the farmers, the people who are in tech, just the people of the community that are doing the work. We're here to highlight them and shower them and connect.
Right. See, what the brother Sir Bay is, what he is in the aspect of what we're doing, he's a promoter. And what we're doing as promoters is when we come to your city, we're highlighting those in your city, right? We're not just coming into your city to highlight what we're doing. The reason why we come into these small towns or these quiet towns or these big cities and whatnot, ultimately is to draw the people out, right? To draw the people out so they can network amongst one another. To draw the people out so we could find out amongst this talent pool, what are your skill sets? What do you have to offer? Who are you, right? How have you been refining your quote unquote superpowers over these years while you've been studying and whatnot? The time is up. We're here to call. We're here to blow the, you got the flute, blow that. We blowing the trumpet, we blowing the flute, we hitting the drum and whatnot. You know, playtime is over. We want to know, you know, we want a few good men and women and whatnot because there's a mission that we're on right now, and we putting this shit on our backs. Facts. And we want to know who's in food, who's in art, who's in culture, who's in clothing, who's in tech, and who's in shelter. That's the acronym for FACTS. Food, art, clothing, technology, and shelter. And that's tier 1. The tier 2, that's the public side. We have a private side on tier 2, okay? And the F stands for fraternal, and I'm going to just leave it at that. But
peace to the gods.
You gotta have, you know, there's an explosion of vegan restaurants. There's an explosion of vegan chefs. There's an explosion of plant-based recipe books and people. There's an explosion of farmers and people who are tilling the soil and whatnot and seeing the importance of, you know, planting seeds and whatnot. There's an explosion of people who have access to heirloom seeds and even seeds that are more ancient than that. There's an explosion of people who are becoming more cognizant about their roots in this land of the Americas and whatnot. And they're beginning to claim their estate, right? And we are here for all of that, right? And what we know is that collectively, we are more powerful than individuals. There's a theory that we're moving with, or there's a modus operandi that we're moving with, and that's the ant farm modus operandi. We're moving like ants. We're utilizing the ant, what the ants teach us, because we learning from bees and ants, right? That's how you know, that's how humble we are. You feel me? We're not arrogant to whereas we like an ant can't teach me. I'm God. The black woman is God. No, nigga. you can learn from an ant, you know what I'm talking about? Because they out here teaching niggas.
Shit.
You know, the ant farm theory that collectively, when we find common unity in a cause, when we find common unity in our network, we are going to be much stronger than if we move like lone wolves and individuals or people who are completely fragmented. You feel me? When you move like that, that is a telltale sign that you've been stepped on by this European or these Nordics and whatnot, because that's how they programmed you. That's not originally how you move, because on the continent, you tribal. In the Americas, you was tribal. And then when you came together, it was called a confederacy and whatnot. And then on the continent, when you came together, it was called an empire. So if everybody is still, you know, these niggas is bumping their gums and they having these pissing contests online about heredity, where they come from and all of this stupid shit, you know, why don't y'all find your power and link and become Voltron? If you claiming that you was from this land and you from the Americas, well then form a confederacy and buy something and do something and move something. Don't tell me that you're gonna do it next year, nigga. We in it now. People need it right now. If you claim that you got power, you need to show your power instead of being online trolling every day. There's no power in you niggas on Twitter and other these places trolling and spamming each other and looking like fucking retards online. Y'all ain't building nothing. You ain't building, you ain't scaring nobody. You're not excavating no mounds. You're not taking back no artifacts. You just gum bumping. So we saying that no. Absolutely not. And with the Facts Initiative, we not caught up in the politics. I don't give a fuck your preference. I don't care your background. I don't care if you could pass the paper bag test. It don't matter. If you understand what the fuck it is that we are talking about and you know that you have something to offer, then you are a part of this collective. I'm looking for 30,000 members. That's what it's going to take to get this vehicle off the road. And that's not asking for much, especially after the fact that I named about 5 different sectors or industries: food, art, clothing, technology, and shelter. I mean, God damn it. We're going to incentivize our members to bring in, 1 or 2 other close friends or family members or loved ones. We'll make sure that you are compensated, and we're going to incentivize it for you. The goal as a collective and as a network, once we get together, we're going to be integrated. We're going to be onboarding you to Web3 as well. Because like I said, the Facts Initiative was launched in 2017. We didn't have the blockchain in 2017. We didn't have smart contracts. We didn't have cryptocurrency. We didn't have DeFi. We didn't have staking and compounding. All of the tools that have been bestowed upon us in the last few years to make us really boss up, really make us decentralize and get us off the grid and help us restore a lot of the power that was lost, right? Those things are now here. So now this is an upgraded initiative. This is an upgraded initiative. This is the iteration of a new initiative. So this initiative is going to be, joined by Web3, and we're going to be onboarding y'all in a very easy way. So this shit is not difficult and it doesn't go over your head, because in the next 5 years, if you're not knowledgeable about the technology in the world, the digital world around you, I don't even want to be a fearmonger, but you're going to look like homie with the baggy fucking Rockaway jeans. You know the time traveler? You know that skit on TikTok?
Facts. He still got the jabos on. He got the long white tee.
He got the Nelly Band-Aid.
I'm like, my nigga, you just got out of jail or you a time traveler? Which one is it? Like, you back to the future or you just got out of jail, my nigga?
You niggas gonna look like Gangsta Williams. Y'all gonna look like I just came home from doing 30. If y'all don't upgrade and update and get with the program, you feel me? You gotta have some trust.
I want to say this, Red, because Sensei said something that was very pivotal in the room that we just had about the North Node right now, and the North Node being in Taurus, right, in the 2nd house, but the planet is Uranus, so it's literally making money off the technology. You know what I'm saying? Being able to sit right here at our desk and be able to quantify ourselves. You feel me?
Right. Marcus Garvey didn't have FaceTime. Marcus Garvey didn't have live. Marcus Garvey, Elijah Muhammad did not have email. You feel me? They didn't have email campaigns. They didn't have constant contact. You feel me?
And if they
didn't have conversion tools.
And if they did, y'all, them niggas would be in trouble, because look how much they did with the resources that they had. Marcus Garvey had ship liners. Noble Drew Ali had temples erected all over the country with none of this. So we looking lazy.
Right. Well, the technology that they had in their days in the 1920s was considered to be cutting edge. Right. But with the technology that we have right now, that 30,000, I'm gonna go on I'm campaigning like a politician at this point, right? Because what I'm not finna do is I'm not finna get caught up in Donald Trump and Hope Biden's theater. I'm not watching the Hunter Biden movie. I don't care. Don't talk to me. Once again, like I said on Clubhouse, I'm beginning to unfollow. I'm going through my inbox. If niggas are sending me trauma porn, if they sending me all of this stupid shit, old stories, all of that bullshit, I'm unfriending you. I'm unfollowing, I'm blocking you, and I'm reporting you. You dig what I'm saying? I'm getting rid of niggas like that. I don't want that around me. I don't want that energy, because it serves nobody any good. Okay? Right. So the movement moving forward is, like I said, consolidating those who are serious, those who have something to offer. It's 2022 going on 23. The predicament that some of the people was in 2012 and 2016, where they could be like, I don't got it. I don't know. You can't have that conversation post 2020, my niggas. You know what I'm talking about? And if you don't got it, that's even more of a reason to get with the program, get with a tribe, get with a community, tap into a motherfucking network that's talking about solutions and doing things other than the bullshit that these other people are doing, having pissing contests and fucking mentally masturbating, but nobody is giving you solutions. Nobody is making sense about what the fuck needs to be done. You know what I'm talking about? Nobody that I'm listening to. They just they gum bumping and whatnot. And if that's what entertains y'all and that's what you give your life energy to in the middle of the great reset, in the middle of a fucking upgrade from 3D to 4D to 5D, if that's what y'all did, all y'all signed up for consciousness to be cheerleaders and lap dancers, you know what I mean? And to be a part of the fuckboy movement, then you're gonna be in that's the ship, that's the hill that you're gonna die on, and that's the Titanic that you're gonna sink on. And at the end of the day, it's on you, because you get to measure where you are in your consciousness. If you still with the distractions, and if you can't discern, then there's nothing that nobody really could do for you. You're just gonna keep learning your lesson.
Right. I mean, how many I ask this on Twitter almost every day. What psychological operation are y'all gonna fall for today? Like, how many more psychological operations are you gonna give all your energy, your time, your attention to, and then know all the information and not have no proactive steps, solutions in place, implemented, not even start to work on it, just going back and forth with information because you want the attention or the dopamine of just talking about something? That we've done that. We've had the greatest master teachers a student could ask for. You couldn't ask for Dr. Delbert Blair. You could Dr. Phil Valentine, Bobby Hemmett, C. Freeman L. I mean, the list goes on. Taj Tariq Bey. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. We've had the greatest of master teachers. We're at the point now where it's not about what you know. It's about what you took from what you know, what you extracted from what you found out, and applied in real time in real life. We're not playing no games. The door's closing. And when this door closed, it ain't got nothing to do with skin color. It ain't got nothing to do with, it's about you're either technologically integrated or you're technologically locked out. Right? And that's it.
Right. So
this is monumental, because my folks back home, they never knew this existed. You know what I'm saying? What we're doing right now, these are things that we just marveled at, that we looked at on movies. You feel what I'm saying? That we said, wow, that was a great time. You know, I'd love to be back there in those times. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we taking those things that we seeing in our external world, and we've alchemized them to become part of who we are in these now moments. And that technology, we go back to the technology. The technology that exists today has always existed.
That's right.
It's just a level of awareness to be able to tap in it, to do certain things with it. So as we organize and set our boundaries, just like Red was saying, and move as a unit that has more and integrity and codes, then we allow ourselves to activate, and we start to do these things that we look at and still go back to Kimmy and all of these other things. And bro, we right here in the now, doing it right here.
Right
you
now.
Feel me? Like I feel like I'm the griot. You feel me? Like right now, like documenting everything that's happening.
And
and every movement needs a soundtrack.
Woo!
Right? And the music is magical. So brothers such as yourself, Source Guard, who are mastering the quote unquote the medium of music, right? And you attached to a very powerful team with Zen and Kush, you feel me? And all of your other contacts, the possibilities are fucking endless at the end of the day, based off of what you could do right now. Your student body, these little babies that you out here teaching through rhyme and whatnot. Imagine what the fuck is gonna grow out of that right there. Imagine what's gonna evolve from that demonstration. Imagine in the next 10 years who's gonna come out of that camp and whatnot. So we on a mission right now that we can't turn back from. There's no turning back. We can only move forward at this point. The game has changed forever. There is no more going back to normal. This is the new normal. So with knowing that this is the new normal, we're going to approach this thing differently with a new formula. And this new formula is collaboration, right?
Competition.
Over competition, right? Because we not here to pocket watch, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? We're not here to sabotage each other, because at the end of the day, the way that this shit is set up, everybody's gonna be good.
Right.
You know what I mean? I encourage equity, right? I encourage having equity in each other's, startups and whatnot.
Yeah.
I encourage having ownership and quote unquote vested interest in different brands that I do business with, right? So when I promote your brand and when I represent what you got, I'm doing it not just from the kindness of my heart. You feel me? I'm doing it because I know that shit is gonna benefit the collective, right? At the end of the day, because I could be wearing a Michael Kors hat, I could be wearing a fucking Yeezy Gap hat, I could be wearing a Louis Vuitton hat or a Louis Vuitton shirt, you know what I mean? But Virgil is dead, my nigga. I'm not benefiting nobody over there. There's no one that I'm benefiting on that side. There's nothing that's gonna come back to me. If I don't own stocks in that company, what the fuck am I talking about them for?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was another thing that I found in my journey. It's bigger than just buying black or buying from someone that, has a business or has a form of service that you can benefit from. If there's no reciprocity within it after that, right? Then that's just, I just got one off. You feel what I'm saying? But if a constant give and receive for the things that I naturally express and you naturally express, then that's how we become a village. That's how we become a community. And that's how, we grow as, this thing that we're creating right now, man. So I'm loving it, bro. I salute it. The facts.
Ooh, that's fire. What you doing?
Hey, look, you talking about support.
What's that?
This from Brother Blue. Hey, look, I got my Sebi Genesis.
Nah,
you see that good embroidery?
The drip-tacular, bro. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Cheap. You know what I'm saying?
See that good stitching? Hold on.
Got wifey all dripped up. I got amulets. Hey, look, bro, we got jewelry, clothes, medicine, medicine.
Everything. I'm talking about, forget going to the store. I'm telling old girl, this is what fabric I want the t-shirt made out of in the hat.
Bro, we on a whole nother level with this show. We are in
my seamstress right quick. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, Larry. Ooh.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's different.
Come on, man.
Different.
Nah, bro, we really setting the standard, man. Like I said, we here to make the scholars the new rap stars. We here to make the scientists the new movie stars.
They already are.
We here to make the architects the new.
It's already that, bro. Because listen, these are the things that we talk about in our community, bro. Like on a day-to-day basis, like what Al Kebalon is doing. Like, are you nuts right now, my nigga? You feel what I'm saying?
Right back. Hold.
When I experience a Zen and Kush event, and I'm like, bro, what just happened?
Right.
When I go to the Facts Initiative and it's a whole revolution, you know what I'm saying? It's like we tapping into so many different creative expressions of ourselves, and we're able to tell the story. Man, all these, imagine if our leaders were able to tell their own stories and we didn't have it heard from the mouths of somebody that, you know what I'm saying, regurgitated something from somebody else. Like, we really the authors of our own novels.
Right. Look, and I got something that I call altar candy, right?
What that is,
So,
folks?
huh?
What that is?
That's these sacred stones right here, right?
Ooh.
That's these sacred stones. That's these. Look, niggas used to sell. Look, we got our brothers going to jail and losing their motherfucking noodles and whatnot, right? And it's for, let me look at it. It's for little stones. It's not even for these big boys right here.
The big chunky boys.
You feel me? So you could go from selling these rocks to really selling these rocks, my nigga. This is the pocket full of stones that UGK was talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, look.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
hold on.
I'll keep it on.
God did.
You
On
see
the
what
other line, God did. Oh, that's fire.
You see the color? Hey, look, we on the camel.
Yeah, that the camo was in. Yeah, the camo color.
Yeah.
You feel me? So these have been charged up, right? I had these in all kind of rainwater. You know, I put them out in the full moon. I put them out on the eclipse. So this is what I call altar candy. These are sacred stones for your altar. You understand? Okay. So when it's time to tap into the ancestors, you have some pieces that are already consecrated and whatnot. So that's what I call altar candy. You call it, you know, you put that on your altar. You put that down, and you know, and you let it do what it do.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what it do.
That's what I'm saying. The original technology is us. The most advanced computer system is us in this planet, in this symbiotic relationship that we have with the cosmos and Mother Earth. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're neglecting. That's why we say immersing yourself with technology, but doing it in a balanced way. Because even if you're technologically integrated, you still want to be integrated in a way where it's in balance with nature. You see, even out of that demographic, it's happening now. You have people who play video games all day. Like, they don't come outside their house. They don't get no sunlight. They eat on the couch, food all on the couch. They playing video games all day. So as technology advances, it's going to be harder to distinguish the real world from the digital world.
Hey, I'm grateful that you said that, because at the school, this is one of the things that is imperative. It's imperative. The balance between the 5D and the 3D, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So even though we're coming together virtually online, the children are engaged in an interactive game that makes them go outside in nature and learn about crystal, learn about the healing properties of these things, learn about herbs, learn how to grow their own food. You feel what I'm saying? As well as the technologies, right, from astrology and human design and all of these different things, because it's about bringing the spiritual into the material, right? So we have a 9-week program, and 6 weeks is information, and then 3 weeks application. You know what I'm saying? So it's allowing us to not only retain the information, but apply it in real time.
Absolutely. And that's the key, because what happened with a lot of people who got into consciousness, spirituality, the esoteric, occultism, whatever, is people stopped. You may have mastered one school of thought, or you may have, got a great understanding of one school of thought, and you stopped. You stopped at the occultism. You stopped at Kabbalah. You stopped at Moorish science. You stopped at Christianity. You stopped at Islam, not realizing that each aspect is one piece of the puzzle. You need each piece of the puzzle to come together to see the entire spectrum, to see the full picture. And that's what being holistic is. A holistic person is not a person who is stuck in duality, or stuck, in the left brain versus the right brain, red versus blue, cowboys versus Indians. Like, that is duality. Duality is a lower version or mass version of polarity. So once you get to polarity, you realize the yin and the yang go together. Now you have a complete circle. And then within that circle, you have two circles, because you have a black circle in the white side, and you have a white circle in the black side, because, from a human perspective, there's always good in the bad and bad in the good. It just means there's a symbiotic relationship always at play. So our job is to become centered, because our bodies are instruments. We're always being communicated to. And this is why Brother Al-Kibalan is telling you about that sun energy and about these plays, because ultimately we're looking to house solar energy, especially as we're going into this transition. We're about to go into the fourth quarter, you know, autumn season, or something as people call it, fall, the winter, autumn.
Hey, Sir Bay, I gotta go and let you know, Sir Bay. We going into the third quarter, Sir Bay. This ain't the fourth.
Third, fourth quarter
For a minute now. Hold
Hey,
on.
look, same thing to me. To me, when we get to this time, it's fourth quarter. I mean, even if it is the third quarter, it's like before you know it, the way time is moving, bro. What day is this, all?
Right.
Wednesday.
There is no more days.
That part.
Hold on. Let's take a little commercial break, man, because y'all done talked up the God Akibalon. I think he might be pulling up in a minute. But we're gonna take a commercial break. You know, we've been talking about the facts all night. That's the Cash App that's scrolling right there, y'all. Facts Initiative. And let me just say something real quick. And I don't need to say it, but I'm gonna say it. Like this ain't about solicitation, you know, but at the end of the day, like I said, we are campaigning. There's gonna be certain towns that we pull up in where it's gonna be $2,000 a head dinners. Like we on our Obama shit, you feel me? We really campaigning. We really out here. You know, y'all could do this shit with Maxine Waters. Y'all could wait for the Black Caucus to come and pull up on y'all. But we on the road. When it comes to booking, like I said, we're the promoters. So we book our own venues. We flew ourselves out. We fly ourselves out. We out here shooting music videos. We booking hotels. We booking Airbnbs. We booking the studio time. If you want, I just threw that out there. So if you niggas out there got a plane, you know what I mean? You know, shout out to him 500. If you niggas out here have a fucking private jet, if you own Airbnbs, if you into that side of the game, well, really holler at us, because we would rather shop with you. We would rather support you. Word. We would rather spend our collective treasury with you than to do it with anybody else. So if you're on that side, you're an asset. And if you exist, make yourself known. You know what I'm saying? Come forward and be counted and whatnot. But that's what we do this for. None of, like I said before, don't pocket watch, because this ain't a money grab. This is none of that. This is about solutions. This is about building a network and bringing people together who didn't know that each other existed, right? This is where the power comes from, okay? So that's what we're doing this for. So we're going to play this song, the anthem, all right? My good brother Sauce God on the hook. Sir Bay is the first artist. Blue is the next. And then yours truly, we rap it. We gonna, you know, I take us home and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? The visuals is coming soon. If you want to be an extra and you live in Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about? Come out on 9/9. I'm gonna put an email right here. All you gotta do is hit us up. We're gonna need some headshots.
Hey, look, it's Thursday, so that's tomorrow, literally.
No, it's Thursday. You know. Yeah. Tomorrow when we wake up, it's Thursday. Don't act like you in fucking China right now, my nigga.
I plan to.
It's Thursday when your eyes open up. You know what I'm saying? You being all specific. You feel me? It is
the facts anthem. Let's get it.
It is like a day. We do got a day, but you know, if you woke up like this, that shouldn't be a problem. Just pull up.
Pull up.
But holla at us. Let us know that you're interested. We're looking for people who want to be a part of this visuals. More than likely, when we climb the mountain on 9/11, we're going to do the ultimate group shot. That is, the B-roll is going to be fucking crazy. But we're going to start filming on like 9/9. This is the email right here. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up. Let us know what it. Don't be shy. You know what I mean? You got to take advantage. I don't know if people be understanding the shit that be happening. I don't know if they be taking full advantage of things, but you know, y'all gotta get with the program, man. You know what I'm saying? It's some monumental shit going down around you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
we trying to get y'all out the house and get you revved up, get you right. So here we go.
Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican the land, focus on the eco. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
And that's facts though, I talk factos. Ask J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We plant star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a real floater, I do what I wanna. Stack in the winter, sunbathe in the summer. My chakras align and I shock them like Blanc. Only Pope we acknowledge a nigga is Pablo.
At these events, I'm a guard to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Game in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, this not a placebo.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the eco. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
Started in Richmond, art of my district. Heart of the mystics, started for biscuits. Father the isfits, martyr the misfits. God is my witness, God on my hate list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we art of the riches. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for check, I'm playing it smart. S is for shelter, I stay in the park. Acres on acres, get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts, facts. Okay.
Yeet. Food, the art, the clothes. We put it on the road. We going stupid this week. Wait till you hear that in the Royal Chamber. You know what I'm talking about?
Great.
So, in case I didn't mention it, the highlight of our strong end will culminate the rising of 9/11, 7 a.m. Eastern, right? We will collectively be going up to Stone Mountain. It's going to be a few hundred of us. I'm thinking 300, 3 to 4. But who knows? You know, we might do more. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Whoever show up supposed to be there. It's really not a numbers thing. It's a spirit thing. So Stone Mountain, sacred ceremony, aka charging a motherfucking crystal. All right, 7 a.m. meetup right there at the base of the mountain, what they call the walk-up trail. And then we're going to make history, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? And then later that day, right after that, we're going back to Mama Tarsili's for the last day of this the Natural Mystic Fair. Blue Pillar is going to be he's going to be the keynote speaker. And then later on that night, back to the Royal Chamber, we're going to have a celebration to close it out and whatnot. And that is at 49 Bennett Street. That's in Buckhead, Georgia. You know what I'm talking about? If you're from out of town, just put 49 Bennett Street in there or put black ink because it's in the same building. We on the second floor. The tickets is on Eventbrite, though. This is not a free 99 type of affair. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay like you weigh. Tickets is on Eventbrite. Just put the Royal Chamber and put the geolocation to Atlanta. And then you Gucci. You know what I mean? You're going to be good. You're going to be good in the hood. You don't gotta dress up like this is the Met Gala or nothing, you know what I mean? But we definitely not doing a felony look, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Niggas gotta wear belts. How about that?
That part. Hey,
Yeah,
look, legends, I gotta call it a night. Hey, look, family, I'm gonna see y'all in the Atlantis ATL in a few hours or whenever, you know. But we're gonna tap in. Hey, look, facts, man. Salute to the family. Thank you for having me on the platform. We're gonna do
Yes,
this.
sir. We got legends in the building. Shout out to the guard, Black Dot, Urban X TV. Make sure y'all tap into Dot and his son Malcolm, the legends.
I got a request before I leave, so let me do this.
Yeah.
Now don't laugh because I'm learning this. I'm getting better and better with this thing.
That should remind me of Fat Albert. There's an episode that's playing the flute. Nah, but you're doing your thing.
Much love.
Hey, yo, Black Dot, Father Rich and his son is coming for your throne, man. Y'all gotta watch out. That's the new father and son team, him and Sirius. But you know, it only gets better from this point. You know, we are definitely focusing on doing a lot of major things, specifically in the South. You know what I mean? Shout out to all of the brothers and sisters all throughout the South. You know, a lot of them have expressed the fact that they feel like they haven't been given a lot of the quote unquote, you know, people haven't been focusing on them that much. You know what I mean? And they have a lot to offer and they have a lot to give to the game. So, you know, we are definitely in the next few months and whatnot, we're gonna make sure to turn to highlight our good brothers and sisters in these small towns throughout the Carolinas, Florida, Georgia, Texas, and then we've taken it to the West Coast. Shout out to NY and the East Coast and whatnot. Blue and AA and even Father Rich just came back from New York, and they were saying that it's so, you know, that grid right there is starting to charge up, and they, you know, and we all miss home, and we really putting on for the town and whatnot. You know, I hope we making them proud. Shout out to King Simon. But yeah, we working, man. And we'll have more conversations dealing with the Facts Initiative coming up. We really wanted y'all to know about what this strong end is going to look like, so you can make the conscious decision to be a part of it, or just to be a part of it vicariously. If you're not going to show up, then you could show up in other ways and things of that nature. Yeah, they Urban X said that they love the song, so you already know. If I had my bombs, I would go crazy right now. Like, that's the stamp that we was looking for. That part, you know what I'm saying? That part. So you know, it's a we in some good times, y'all. I put it out there that I know a lot of us have been going through some hard times, energetic wise, emotional wise, mentally. People have been being challenged. There's an energy shift on this planet, and it's taken a lot of people for roller coaster rides. The retrograde starts on 9/9 on Friday. Be aware of that as well. But as we know, for some of us that go through roller coaster rides, if we've been on a great adventure rides, it's an ebb and flow, right? You go through shit in order to get somewhere. You know what I mean? You're not going through something and it's not taking you where it is that it's ultimately taking you. So strap yourself in, hold on, be strong, right? Know that you have a community or a network out there who you may have not even met yet, right? Because this shit gets lonely sometimes. But that's why we're doing these quote unquote meetups, because it could be stressful always playing on your phone, comparing yourself to people's curated content, right? And really not getting that energy. Like somebody said yesterday, I think Ra Aku said, as human beings, we are social creatures out the gate, right? We can't necessarily be in seclusion. Look at what happened when they put the people in the shoe, in the box and whatnot, right? They put the Black Panthers, 47 years, he was in the box. He came home and he passed away, right? He made transition immediately, because we need human contact. We need to see people eye to eye. We need to feel the auras in the room and whatnot. We need to press flesh against flesh, right? Every now and then, you know what I mean? So then when we get back on our devices and when we get back on the internet, we could get back on the internet knowing that we made some type of human contact, and this shit, these people that we've been looking at are real. And they not just a facade, or they not just putting on shows and whatnot and wasting our time playing with our hearts and our minds and whatnot. You deserve it. So, and I deserve to meet some of the people that have been looking at me over the years and whatnot. I be feeling like, well, God damn it, I don't get to meet the millions of people that look at me and watch me and benefit from the information that they've been getting and whatnot. All I want to do is meet you. You know what I mean? So with that being said, that's why we doing what we doing, but we're really doing this collective coming together in the A to really to plant our flag and let our family in Atlanta and other places know that we here. And we not just gonna be here in name only. we are here in action as well. We're here to do things that haven't been done. And that's taking away no slight to anybody that's been here, right? Because I've been here since 1997, but I just been back and forth. But there's never been a time where we were so connected and we were so strong and we all knew what the fuck we was here to do. This is a very special time. So you about to see shit shake up, you know what I mean, in a good way. So if you want to leave them with something, Source, please let them know, you know, where they can find you in your school. Let them know about the mixtape and the book that came out and whatnot, the book tape, and, you know, and leave them with some good words of encouragement, my good brother.
First off, appreciate you. Thank you. Gratitude for, you know, allowing me on your platform, sharing this camaraderie with me, being a big brother. I appreciate that, bro. You know what I'm saying? From the bottom, real talk, real rap.
Appreciate you.
You can follow me at the Sauce Guy 901. That's TheSauceGod 901 on Instagram, Twitter, Clubhouse. I do Clubhouse classes on Wednesdays. I do Divine Mathematics class. We have a class coming up with Al Keebalon after the build that Red and Al Keebalon will be doing. And I also have a school where we teach metaphysics to children. We teach high-level sciences through rhythm and rhyme. We have 3 different age groups. We have 4 through 7, 8 through 12, 13 through 17. We give them 9-week courses. This upcoming term, they'll be learning alchemy and 9 different schools of magic. So they'll be learning everything from abjuration to conjuration to illusion to evocation to necromancy. And I've galvanized some of our greatest teachers of today to come through and give this education to these children. So if that's something that you would like to be a part of, you all can visit our website, www.thesaucespot414.com. Again, it's www.thesaucespot414.com. Open enrollment is now until the 22nd. So if that's something that you want to be involved with, as well as your child, man, take advantage of this opportunity, because this is a big part of, you know, the Facts Initiative and what we're pushing. Also, I'm from Memphis, man. I see a lot of people in the comments, you know, y'all saying pray for Memphis and all of these things, but this is literally the resolution to all of the things that are happening in our community, right? In my own backyard. This is us really being the change that we seek to see and leading by example, and not through just explication, but demonstration, you know. So the best way to send your your energy is through supporting this Facts Initiative, right? Through sharing it, telling somebody about it, you know, being a part of donating to it in some way, shape, or form, you know, being a part of this revolutionary moment that we're in right now. And don't let the time pass you by, and be the person on the corner like, damn, I seen that shit happen. Be the person a part of it saying, man, we did this shit together, man.
Right.
And that's
Definitely. You know, we will, like I said, we have more that we'll be bringing out to y'all about the Facts Initiative. You know, don't worry. You know what I mean? It's everything is still being put together, and everything is, you know, rolling out. You know what I mean? It's a rollout affair. I forgot to mention earlier in the show, we got so much going on.
Thank God.
There's a 48-hour sale that we started. It's almost over. It will be over in a few hours. It's 44% off of the entire website of KTL University.
Thank God it's down. Come on, man. Come on. But look at us now. They counted us out. They didn't think that we would make it up. They didn't believe in us.
We have tickets on there for the Al Keebalon show. You could get that at your discount. Real quick, show y'all. This is on September the 15th, which is on a Thursday, next Thursday. Me and our people are bringing back the classics that we've been doing. We did 3 already. Then we took a break. And now we back. You know what I mean? This brother has done his homework. And I can say with all, I can say it proudly that we have to stop this show. We had to put down Mr. Blood amongst us. His brother has proven that he went from the master student. Now he can stand in the of the master teacher. And
I can safely say the September 5th
he's about to
event
come
is
with the
one of the
receipt,
largest,
but he's also
if
going to
not
come with
the
the
very largest solar
brothers and sisters who are
energetic
KTL members
storms
that
we have
how y'all can tap
ever
into
seen
your
so far
power,
since solar power launched
and mark and make your mark and
2020.
immortalize
Such a
yourself.
dynamic change in the sunspots.
Solar players that hit
There is going to be very dynamic change in the sunspots in the coming 6 years. So whenever such changes happen in the sun or in the pattern, the way the sun functions, always it has been found phenomenal changes happen in human consciousness.
Feel me? You're gonna benefit. You know what I mean? So we don't have to ask no questions. This whole world is starting to turn up. Nature is acting a fucking fool for good reason.
Others have turned to more creative solutions like
For
this
good
rescue
reason. You want to
operation
become
using
one
a
with
bed
nature.
tied to a zip line.
Because nature is gonna win ultimately.
Earlier this
I know
summer,
damn right, man.
National Park was ravaged
can't
by
beat
low
nature.
water. In Europe, the continent has
Feel me?
experienced record-breaking heat.
He can't be under the mercy of
The
nature.
world's third largest river is drying up, revealing
Real
ancient
talk.
statues.
Look at that. Artifacts are coming up from under the river and whatnot. Should be getting to resurface. You know what I'm talking about? The sun is not playing with you. So go get your tickets. KTLUniversity.com. The Mark 125th for your grip. Go get your grip. You know, we active, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? We active, and we only active because so we're gonna leave y'all with this song.
Okay, the food.
Put it out on the back. Really got tomorrow. Inshallah. And like I said, if you come into the 80s with the wrong end,
Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it underneath the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
And that's facts though, I talk factos. That's J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We plant star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a real floater, I do what I wanna. Stack in the winter, sunbathe in the summer. My chakras align and I shock them like Blanco. Only Pope we acknowledge a nigga is Pablo.
At these events, I'm a god to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Game in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt, make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, that's not a placebo.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it underneath the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
Started in Richmond, art in my district. Heart of the mystics, parted for biscuits. Father to isfits, martyr to misfits. God is my witness, God on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we are the richest. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for tech, I'm playing it smart. S is for shelter, I stay in the park. Acres on acres, get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts.
Okay.